there's a lot of places where you can study languages.
Yes, and
There's
searching
a lot of
for
choices.
opportunities online, like
What's your main um your main place where you want to study, and then your options.
yes. At first, I wanted to enroll in UB, but then I
Okay.
have think about school, and I was like, this or this, because my dad uh is thinking about in about one, and I was like, it's a good opportunity, but there's a lot of things to do there to be able to enroll to that school. And well, that's the complicated part.
Yeah, it's the most complicated part about public college is getting in.
Mhm.
There's a there's a lot of competition.
Oh, and yes, there's a lot of competition, especially when there's students with family.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, of high recourse resources.
Yes, that's the hardest part,
Yeah,
because one of my aunts,
right.
she wanted to get in one college that she liked, and she couldn't get in because of one girl that her family was. And that girl didn't like my aunt, and
Right.
they didn't. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. But they didn't get her in the school
Oh, so
because
this one person was able to um,
Mhm.
avoid your aunt to get in by paying?
Mhm. Yes, like that.
Oh wow, that's pretty messed up.
Yes, and it cost her a lot, but in the end, she got in after years exactly. But she did it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it waiting a bit. That's what I should have done. Actually, thinking about it, I should have waited about another year to try and get in to the UV. I think I was a little bit fast on deciding what I wanted. I should have I should have used my time wisely.
Hmm. But now everything is calm, like everything's going well.
Yeah. So I can't back down right now because I'm only about a year and a half from um, finishing my career. So there's I don't have a choice but to finish.
And what about work? What do you want? Well, now you're kind of working, but all
For
your
work,
career.
um, yeah, I'm actually thinking about working in the city of Mexico in CDMX.
Mhm.
I have an uncle over there that he can help me practice as an accountant and potentially get a um, get a job working for him or maybe for another company. So I'm definitely thinking about that. Um, Currently, in July, I think I'm gonna go to Mexico City for about a month to practice with him in one of his offices, so I can get a little bit more of experience in in my area of work.
That's good. That's that's
Yeah,
really good, because now you have someone that can help you. That's really good.
exactly. Yeah, he yeah he even offered it to me, and that's pretty kind of him because I definitely need a lot of practice, and it's gonna come great and handy later on for my professional practices when I'm about to end the career. So that's definitely going to help a lot.
That's good. Oh my god. Well, I'm kind of nervous about what I want to do about my career because
That
like
yeah, that
before.
you definitely have that feeling in the beginning on what you want to decide,
Mhm.
but once you make the choice and once a bit of time has gone by, you're gonna feel much better about what you chose.
Mhm.
Just make a good decision, and you'll be great. You'll be good. Don't worry.
Oh my god. So, you know that well nowadays the internet is bigger than before, and
Definitely.
the automatic translators are better, like are much better than previous years. So I'm not quite sure if someone will be in need of a translator because I want to be a translator, and that's the harder part because first of all, I don't want to translate from one person to another because I will feel totally nervous. That's not my thing.
You're gonna feel nervous about making a mistake translating something.
No, imagine all those people that try to translate from one president to another and get fired.
Yeah, that's that's definitely a hard job
So that's
because
the reason.
some of these because not only you have to translate from Spanish to English and English to Spanish, but there are presidents and politics and many people involved in high political places where they speak different languages. So you need to be able to understand more than two, or sometimes even three languages. So that's even harder.
Yes, that's harder. Like that's even harder than sorry, my throat is not well. Uh, that's why I want to translate text books. That's what I want to do. That's what
Yeah.
I really want to do because I'm not quite sure about hmm, interpretation. That's not my thing. And I'm thinking about tourists, like turismo. That's another option. Like I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah, and studying tourism, and on top of that, knowing English pretty well, it's um, it's a good thing to know because you have a much higher chance on landing a good opportunity. Talking about jobs, not only here in Mexico but abroad. Um, Companies will look for people who have these capabilities in speaking English and Spanish. And, they look for these people and hire them. So knowing English, having a higher level of English than other people definitely helps you in getting a better job opportunity. So you
Oh,
should definitely keep practicing, keep studying, um, trying to get better each day.
and do you know another other languages aside
No,
English? No.
I only know English and Spanish. That's it.
Uh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So I have sometimes I think about this. It's better to only practice one thing and be very good at it than to try and practice a lot of things and only know a little bit about each one.
You know, my golden dream is to be how can I say this polyglot,
Be what?
poly, polyglota.
Oh, um,
That's my
someone
biggest.
that speaks many languages.
Yes, that's what I'm learning. English and Chinese because I'm learning Chinese from English.
All right. There's a famous YouTuber that speaks many languages, and I'm a fan of his. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. His name is Shioma.
Oh,
I'll send you I'll send you
oh,
the
I
link
know him.
to his
I
YouTube
know,
channel.
I know him.
You know him? He's got 4.7 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's insane with languages. He knows Mandarin. He knows different types of Mandarin. He knows I think it's
Mandarin,
Fushi,
Cantonese.
Fushionese,
Uh,
Fushionese.
mhm. Yes, he
Um,
knows a lot of Chinese
the
languages.
he
I
knows,
want to be
yeah,
like him.
and he's great at it, and he learns these languages from one week to another. He's he's insane. Here,
And one.
I'm gonna send. Well, I'm sure you already know him, but I'm gonna send the link either way.
Mhm. Yes,
Um,
Aaron. He travels a lot. Now that I think about it, he travels a lot, and that's one of the other things that you need to do to learn languages, to travel
well,
to.
actually, what I've noticed is that he does travel, but he doesn't travel as much because I think he's from New York, and knowing New York is um, that there's a lot of parts in New York where there's different cultures. They have
Mhm.
different parts of New York where you have the Chinese community, you have the Jamaican community, you have
White Town,
different
example.
different communities from all over the world. There are in New York, so he doesn't have to travel as much. He just has to visit these different parts of New York and interact with them.
Yes, that's good. Experience it for himself to improve. That's a very good experience. I really want to
Yeah, I
try
think
today.
I definitely think he takes it as a challenge for himself
Mm-hmm.
to learn all of these languages. And it's not and what I've noticed about him as well is that he doesn't just study the language. He also studies the culture. So apart from speaking it and hearing it, he also goes out and he tries to learn about their culture, about their food, a little bit of their background. Definitely interact with their community. And I think that's what I like most about him. That he's a really down to earth person, and he tries to have um, these great experiences with other people.
Yes, I think so. I really admire him, especially because he challenged himself. That's
Yeah.
something that I don't do to myself very often. Like I don't have anyone here to practice, and when I try to
I
practice
understand.
on internet, it's kind of hard because, well, Chinese people don't often use the apps that I use, so it's kind of hard to find them.
You also try to practice Chinese, Mandarin.
Yes, I'm learning Mandarin. I want to
Uh,
learn other Chinese languages like Cantonese, but Cantonese is like hell. It's very difficult.
yeah,
Like even
that's what I heard about.
Chinese people
That's yeah,
sometimes don't understand each other.
that's what I heard about the Chinese language is that it's extremely hard. Mostly because
Pronunciation
their alphabet is very different from ours. They don't use the same alphabet, and they don't read from left to right. They read from right to left.
Yes, they don't have exactly an alphabet because it's more like there's a lot of characters without an order.
Symbols, right?
Mm,
They
characters,
use
yes.
they use symbols instead of actual letters.
Hmm. Yes, that's the main problem because they can communicate each other. For example, Cantonese people and Mandarin people, they can communicate each other through writing. But
Right.
when they speak, that's the problem. They don't understand anything.
Yeah. Xiaoma has many videos of speaking with people of Cantonese, and they get pretty surprised when they hear them because it's a language that very few people are able to speak because of its difficulty.
In a fluent way.
So
Hmm. That's that's what I want to try. I don't think I will be able to speak it like fluently, but I will try.
I think
I will try
I,
sometime.
I think the best way to learn it is to actually go there and immerse yourself with the people, with their culture, and really having an experience living in between them.
Yes, that's what it means.
I think that's the best way to learn anything. Actually, if you want to learn something, the best you can is just being there with that community, interacting with them, and just trying to go by.
Yes, that's what I want in a Chinese teacher. I used to learn Chinese by my own. But then I met on internet one teacher from China, and I was like, I want to try. And I told my mom, and she was like, okay, if you want to try, okay, go ahead. I will pay for you. And I was like for months, waiting for months because it was kind of difficult that moment. So I had to wait like 5 months for that to happen. But
Right.
yeah, my teacher is from China, from north of China, and she's living in Mexico currently because she teaches in Guadalajara.
Okay. What does she teach?
She teaches Chinese.
Oh, she's a Chinese teacher.
Yes, yes,
Oh, that's
she,
great. That's great.
and that's good because she knows like I said before, I'm learning Chinese from English because she gives her classes mostly in English. So yeah, that's that's very helpful because I improve my English and I'm also learning Chinese. So that's good.
Yeah,
Dos pájaros de tiro.
that's very good. You get to practice a lot more than other people studying with your mother. That's great.
And when she explains something like very complex, she also speaks sometimes in Spanish because she knows Spanish too, like
Yeah,
Mandarin, English, and Spanish. Wow,
she
that
knows
is
those three
powerful.
languages. That's pretty impressive. There's um there's a lot of people that don't even know two, and to be able to learn three languages, that's very impressive.
Yes, it is. I was like, uh, I was like, wow, that teacher is
Oh, wow,
powerful.
I'm just noticing that we went way over the time limit. I didn't even
Okay.
see the time. All right, I
No.
think I'm gonna end the recording.
Mhm.
Um, but first, I want to say it was great meeting you. It was a pleasure helping you practice your English. I hope we get another chance later on to speak more, to know more about ourselves, and to keep improving.
Yeah, thanks for the meeting. It was nice to meet you too. Like I was nervous at first, but now I'm more relaxed.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. I was nervous as well because this is something new that I'm doing.
Oh,
The professor Droxon actually, he offered me some assistance with his students. So this is actually something new that I'm doing. I started about 2 weeks ago, helping his students. So I get nervous also a little bit because I haven't done this in the past.
yes, I feel you, but it's not new to me because I already had conversations before. But for
Right.
some strange reason, I always get nervous for each conversation.
No, don't get nervous with me. I'm pretty chill. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Well, Ruby, it was a pleasure meeting you. Okay. I'll be ending the recording.
Mm, okay, so it
All right.
was nice to meet you.
I dreamed I was missing